Hey folks, and welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to be taking a look at an interview of Aurora and Tom Rowlands as TOMORA that took place, I believe, after their performance on Live with Jools Holland. And they're actually getting interviewed by Jools Holland. It's a very short interview. This is only about 5 minutes long. But I thought it might be helpful to everybody that is kind of tuning into Aurora for the first time since her last album came out, What Happened to the Heart from 2024. And just want to know what she's been up to. So I think this will do the trick. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, just know I'm always looking at non-music content that features bands that are touring today. So if that interests you, please subscribe so you won't miss anything. All right, let's go ahead and check this out.
Now I'm going to chat to Tom Rowlands and Aurora, who together are TOMORA. Welcome to you both. Very good to see you. And first of all, it's fantastic seeing you earlier on. Your voice sounded amazing and the vibrations. But how did this project come about?
So this is later.
Well, we were making music together in the studio, which is something we love to do, isn't it?
Very much so.
And the feeling was so strong with these songs we'd written that we thought this deserved a band. This deserved like a project of its own, as opposed to just a featuring kind of thing.
Its own name. So it's been 10 years since we met, and I guess 2 years since we began making this world.
And did Tom approach you?
Yes, so it's been a long association. That's what I thought, actually. I thought I had heard that Tom Rowlands first approached Aurora right around the time she came out for the first time in public. So it's been a long time coming.
Yes,
And
came out with my mail.
Yes.
And he said, please come home. No, yes, it was kind of like that. And then I was like, yes, of course, I want to make more. And it's just been, absolutely wonderful.
And am I right in saying, did you see Aurora's performance?
I saw her at Glastonbury, yeah. It was a year I didn't go to Glastonbury. I was sitting on the sofa, and there she was, singing. And she pulled me off the sofa and was like, come on.
Yeah, there's a lot of
something
this
happening.
in our relationship.
Yes.
There's something happening
yes.
here.
Yes.
It's like,
Yeah. Now, how did you decide on the name?
Wow.
Well, one name we really wanted to have was taken. We couldn't be called The Thing. And then...
The Thing.
You wanted to be called The Thing?
Yes, for like a minute, but it's over now.
Yeah.
That's so yesterday. And then for a while, I wanted us to be Rat, because I love rats.
Rat with double A. Rat.
You know, but thank God.
Aurora is very consistent in her presentation. Very artistic, very spur of the moment, pulling things out of her head that are creative. Rat, okay, well, there was this band in the 80s. Well, I think she probably knows that, but then there was also Boomtown Rats. What else? That name gets around, Mickey Rat. So I think they made a better choice.
So I
Yeah,
was like,
but then you got the
maybe
Boomtown
not.
Rats, people get...
Yeah, true. People could get confused. We do that.
Boomtown, yeah.
And then TOMORA. It's just a good
A
smash.
mix of your two names. And I
Yeah.
believe, am I right in thinking that it also means friendly companion on earth?
On Japanese.
In Japanese,
Yes, you're right.
Well,
They
that's
have some good words for things that we don't have words for.
Isn't that wonderful?
Yeah.
That's
And how would you
serendipitous.
describe your working relationship with Tom? Who does what?
We share a lot, don't we? Everything, all the production and the playing. Obviously, I don't sing quite as much.
We do sing a bit.
A little bit, yes. Aurora tries to get me to sing more, and I'm like, it's all right. I think you have this.
And dance more. But you have it in you, Tom.
Yes, I
Smart.
do.
And where do you record?
Well, between our two studios. So Aurora has an amazing studio above a fjord. You play music with the windows
unsurprising.
open, and it drifts across the most beautiful place you've ever seen. And I have a little cave in Sussex where we
Nice.
get together.
Yes.
Nice. And is it right that after you finished recording, your parents gave you a present?
Oh, it was a very moving handover, wasn't it?
Yeah, my parents did give you a present. A very important thing to our country, a cheese cutter.
a cheese cutter.
Yes.
Antler horn,
Made from horn.
but for brown cheese only.
Yeah, for brown cheese.
Oh,
What
brown
happens if you
cheese is
try and
good.
cut yellow or soft cheese, what
Or you
happens?
just die.
Yes.
Brown cheese, I don't remember, is that a goat cheese type? In Norway, the brown cheese is delicious. Okay, if you're ever there, try the brown cheese. It's good stuff.
It's
Yes.
very sad.
Finally, Niall earlier was saying about, the things he liked to do when he was relaxing, and that, just simple things often brings the most happiness. How about you both? What things would you do to relax and enjoy yourself?
I like to ride my bicycle. It's very boring, but that's what I like to do.
Where do you ride it? I mean,
Out in the woods, on the downs.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
it's nice. You know.
I
Sounds
like riding a bicycle in the city because I'm a nosy parker, so I like looking at
A little look here.
gardens.
I love
And how about you? Aurora, what's your thing? What would you do to relax if you're...
Well, I like having really, what the heck is it called? When you play just really low, you know, on piano.
Play great.
And I do like a very...
pianissimo.
Yeah,
Right.
pianissimo, very softly to myself.
Okay.
That really calms me down, because in piano, my favorite sound is often in between when you hit the notes, the lingering of the notes. So that
Aha.
is very relaxing to me. And of course, reading books and pleasuring myself.
Yeah.
That's Aurora.
I was going to say, if you were just to show us, when you enjoy yourself, how you play the piano, pianissimo.
Yeah, that's the right thing to ask about. Yeah.
That's just... Well,
That's the
yeah.
Okay, so I'm
Yes, there's a
really
soft pedal.
I'm really
No,
terrified.
that's okay, but you just do it very soft.
Terrified of the
Yeah.
sound, but I play piano, but I hate it.
The pianissimo, because a piano can be pianissimo. It's a...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
There's the magic.
Maybe this is what I do to relax.
Enchanting.
That's how I would play.
Congratulations. What a lovely sound. In the meantime, thank you so much for joining us. TOMORA.
So that was cool. For those who don't know, Jools Holland was one of the, I think he was an original member of Squeeze on the album that had Pulling Muscles from a Shell. You know, and If I Never Loved You, I think was the name of the other one off that album, Argy Bargy, I think. Fantastic record, as a matter of fact. But it's always interesting to me to see him all these years later doing this show, and he's been doing it for a long time now. So, yes, the pianissimo. So she likes those, you know, I've got the sustain pedals over there. I'm not going to reach over. But very interesting. Okay, yeah, she seems to talk a lot about, you know, self-pleasure. Okay. I think that this was showing us some typical Aurora and her typical everyday creativity, practically. I have a feeling that this is her personality that we see whenever we see these interviews. She's not putting anything on for us. That's just who she is. And that's a wonderful thing. As for the music itself, well, you know, I don't know, as a rock guy, it doesn't really speak to me as much as her music, even though some of her music does touch on electronica, which is what TOMORA does. They have a little bit of, say, Kraftwerk influence, plenty of others, you know, from back in the day. He's got synthesizers that are analog, I believe, you know, probably from back in the 70s that he's got. And so he does some interesting work there. Actually, watching them perform live wasn't as exciting as I was hoping, because he's basically standing at it seemed like a DJ console, but I mean, I'm sure it had its synthesizers on them, but I prefer looking at a band. That's just me. But it was interesting anyway to hear them talk about their collaboration, and I think it's very healthy for artists to collaborate with other artists, just to kind of open up their minds a little bit, maybe not change their creative process, but add a few extra influences into the mix. You know, it's always good to have those. So, wonderful thing. I'm glad that they were there. This apparently happened on May 17, by the way. It was on BBC Two. And I'm very much looking forward to seeing what happens next with Aurora. Maybe I'll wait this album out personally, but I'm going to remain a fan, you know, and I'm always going to check in if she's doing something, collaborating with anybody, because I think she is a fine artist in her own right, and it's just always interesting to see what she's up to. So if you know of something else you want to suggest for the channel, just leave it below. If you have any particular thoughts on this, or if you saw the original performance, you can leave those thoughts below as well. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. And if you enjoyed the presentation, please subscribe. All right. Thanks so much for joining me today. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care, folks.